I believe I can fly.
Yuki. So maybe you want to introduce yourself?
Dwayne Aki.
I think a lot of people will be very interested. We will be putting up some videos from him, and skydiving is like the career already to you?
It is my career.
It is your career. So of course in Singapore we don't have this sport in Singapore, but you definitely can actually find overseas more opportunity in overseas. But what actually spurs you to go try it out in the first place?
It may sound quite lame, but it's like I broke up with my girlfriend. Then I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Then I thinking of doing something different.
Okay.
Then it's like I keep hesitating if I should go or not. Then the time I heard a song from Avicii, it's called That Night.
That night. Okay.
Then what I did is like live a day you'll remember and blah 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 blah. Then
Okay.
it was like sell everything and go already.
Sell everything and then go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I took the expensive route lah, because that time I never go and do much research. I just want to go, just go off. Then I went to Nagambi in Victoria, which is about 1.5 to 2 hours drive from Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
Then go there, did a 0 to 0 jump. So it's 0 to 200 jumps in 15 weeks.
200 jumps in 15 weeks.
Then from there, after the course, I came back. Then I told my coursemate I want to go Lodi in California to carry my jump. Then they were like, don't go there, come over here, jump with us a couple times and see where you want to go. I went to Sydney, jumped with them a couple times. The boss was like, do you want an internship? I cannot figure it out.
Okay.
Then I went and never left.
I see. So actually, how long were you in Australia for? Like during the jump?
Almost 5 years.
5 years. That's quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Then you have no choice to come back to Singapore because of
The visa change.
the
visa law change.
Oh.
Because after I got my tenant rating,
Okay.
I'm using a 457 visa.
Okay.
Back then,
457 is
it's
457.
a working visa.
Okay.
But then the new law came out. 457 cannot convert to PR.
Okay.
Then I asked them, they said I have to apply for a new visa.
Uh-huh.
Then I had to reclock for 6 years. I already spent 5 years here already. Just almost 1 more year can get the visa already. I'm going to reclock 6 years.
Change again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Then the working visa is like 6,000 plus to apply. per year, then it's not one time pass one. You fail right, you have to pay another 2,000 plus to reapply again.
What? Okay,
It's
okay.
like, I'm not going to just take money and keep throwing.
So, can you describe a little bit of how you feel when you first jump?
Scared out of my brain. Scared shitless.
Scared shitless. But after that, you enjoy it. It kind of like, hey.
I just started enjoying after like 7 jump.
But the funniest thing is you don't even enjoy your first jump. How would you like continue for the 7th jump there? Honestly,
It's quite stupid because I wanted to overcome my fear of height.
okay.
But after 4,000 over jump, I'm still afraid of height. It just doesn't help.
Okay.
It just let me enjoy the freedom of flight. And
After 4,000 jump, you're still afraid of height.
I will never stand near the edge. I will never do a bungee. I will never go roller
This
coaster.
is very contradicting because you are instructor for skydiving, but you are still afraid of height.
Yep.
Okay.
No one believes it, but yep.
Yeah. Actually, honestly, I don't think anyone would believe it.
I would never go on a roller coaster number one. Never.
But I think I tried the bungee jump in Tandon in Cebu. It was quite fun. No, but I mean the bungee jump in New Zealand.
The bungee everywhere. I also don't dare to go. In Singapore,
what?
I don't even dare to go there. Yeah.
It's different feel. There's a difference between the skydiving and bungee jump. So the skydiving, it allows you to have a few minutes of like not with the gravity pull. You're talking about velocity, right?
Okay, the difference right is ground rush.
Yeah.
Ground rush is the thing that slapped you in the face.
Yes,
Meaning
exactly.
the ground was rushed towards your face. I hate that. Because I will never do bungee. And
Yeah.
I'm scared of that.
Okay. So, but I think for skydiving, you have parachute. So, do you have any like bad incident or bad experience during your like 4,000?
Until my last week before I came back.
Okay.
I've never had a reserve ride until my last week.
What is reserve? Or do you mean your reserve had to deploy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could use my reserve.
Okay.
And that was because of job burnout. That's why I left.
Job burnout.
Okay, so basically, if you are comparing us everyday jumper versus weekend warriors, right, is our skill will level up very, very fast. And we hit a plateau stage earlier than anyone else.
The means is
So this is like if we are going to change, okay, parachute is round, okay, we jump canopy, they are rectangle. So as your experience grows, your canopy gets smaller. That's your choice.
Oh.
Then it's like comparing a Toyota Vios to a Ferrari. So you just slowly upgrade up. Then
Okay.
people will take about 6 to 1 year to downsize each time.
Oh.
We take months to downsize each
Wow.
time.
That is fast forward, eh?
It's fast forward by a lot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I met people in February, right? I'm jumping a 170 square feet canopy. In June, right? People who are still jumping 170, right? I'm already jumping a 120 already.
Oh, wow.
Then from a 120, I go down to the 72 square feet, right? It just keeps smaller, smaller. But people will take 4-5 years just to get to where I am. Right?
I see.
So it's like Singaporean who jump, right? They take 10 years to reach a 120 square feet. I got into 120 in less than a year.
Okay, so do you have your own equipment now?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it everywhere in Singapore or is
It's all in here, but it's all expired already. All too old already.
You mean they have expiry for all the equipments?
Not really have expiry, but because everyone thinks that they have to buy brand new rigs and stuff, the gear. But experienced jumpers will always tell us to buy second hand because
It's cheaper?
one is cheaper, two we downsize too fast already. So it's no point getting a new one,
okay.
and it's very expensive to get a new one. So now I'm at my last stage already. I cannot go any smaller. I can still get technically I can still go smaller, but it's retarded to go small unless I'm going for a full competition, swooping and stuff.
I mean, there's so much risk.
As long as you don't do stupid things, there's not much risk, but it's hard to not do
What
stupid
do you
things.
mean like stupid things? Like don't deploy when you're supposed to deploy? Or you actually take a longer time to
Don't
deploy?
be a show off.
Okay.
That's when people die.
Okay.
Or if you don't know anything, ask. Don't ask another jumper, ask an instructor.
Okay.
Then we'll refer you to those people who have the adequate skill.
Okay.
Then you go and learn from them.
Okay. That's cool. So of course you were saying just now before that there are some people already asking whether you keen to go to that particular country for job purposes as a skydiver tandem, right? So which one will you want to go? Or do you actually want to go like a few years in this particular country and then a few years in another country, that kind of stuff, like hopping around?
Yeah, I'll be chasing summer most of the time.
Right. Oh yeah, winter is too cold lah. It's too cold to fly, right?
Technically, it's too cold up.
Okay.
I've jumped minus 22 degrees up there. Minus 22, we also jumped naked before already. It's a skydiving tradition. It's a skydiving tradition when most people reach 100 jump.
Okay.
It's usually a newly handy or a handy.
Andy. Okay, do you have that particular clip available?
No, let us do it.
I will want to share.
Guys and girls will jump naked.
Really ah?
Then you'll see a whole full plane, 14 people. I sit there naked next to each other.
Seriously?
Guys and girls all the same one.
Really?
It's a very, very common thing.
Okay. But we do have I think for divers as well, scuba diving, we also have like a naked dive during your 100 dive. So usually people will kind of like celebrate the 100 dive that naked dive.
Yeah,
But
do
okay,
that.
we don't really naked. We'll
full
still
naked,
have bikini on.
Yeah, we
Okay.
are just go full empty.
Because it's a 2RA.
No one cares.
I mean, in overseas, I think it's still quite okay. We don't have such strict rules in overseas than here, lah. I mean, here, Singapore is always so restricted. That is why you wanted to go overseas, right? Yeah. So, what kind of like when you jump after your jump? So, a challenge behind in the sense that you want to achieve every time you want to like upgrade. Is there any challenge on what kind of things that you can upgrade? Like going further higher, or is there like
It's either flying faster or flying cooler.
so usually when you came out of the plane, right? So it's a free fall for how many minutes?
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Then after that you deploy your
Yeah.
But the time I see your video clip, like a long time your free fall.
The 1 minute actually happened.
Really ah? Actually it's true 1 minute is quite long. If you're not doing anything.
You jump out. Okay, in my whole life jumping out of plane, I really jump out by myself 3 times. Because it's like 1,000, 2,000, 2,000. Okay, I'll do some backflip, then I'll just stand up and just stand in the air, head down, like just to burn out some height. Then I look at my, it's so high, man. I'm getting bored, what can I do?
Okay.
Then we won't recommend people to jump solo also, because you will develop a lot of bad habits. Because one, you don't have someone to be your reference point, because the whole sky will look the same. You will not know if you're backsliding, you will not know if you're pushing forward too much, or you're jumping off, or up jump run or stuff. Everything you got nothing, no reference. So we won't recommend people to do that.
But even though if your body is also anyhow, then you also anyhow, then you also won't know what.
Yeah, but you got a reference if someone is pulling away or someone is coming back.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then if the guy is pulling away, he knows he's pulling away. He asks you to come back, or we'll signal each other to come back.
Actually, I really don't understand how you go back. How you actually like okay, I understand left, right. So front is it
Straight,
off your
straight legs, bend legs to go backwards, straight leg to go forward. Then
straight. So you straight like this or you straight like this?
okay, as a beginner, your hand will always be here. So this is your wings up. So to turn left, right, you have to press. You have to turn together.
Yeah.
Then you cannot twist your body. It's literally just deflecting wind.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay.
Then your knees will always be neutral. This is neutral. If you put like that and your hands are out, you always go backwards. Because you're deflecting wind backwards. Right? This is your surface.
Okay. And
So
then
your
your
legs
leg bend up. So your leg bend up like that. Then you are going backwards. You're going back. So if your
Then
leg
you're going forward,
straight,
your hand comes in or comes in. It's like that or like that.
okay.
Then your leg straighten, you go forward. Then that is just beginner only. That's called flat flying, belly to earth or belly fly up. Then once you get into advanced, right, you go into sit fly or head up, means feet to earth, head to sky. Right? You lean back to go forward. You lean forward to go backwards.
Okay.
Then if you go head to earth, your chin go backwards, you go backwards. Your chin go forward, you go forward.
Oh, wow. I can just imagine. I mean, I would like to try that one day
And
if I
the speed
can.
difference is a lot. Difference.
So the going down definitely faster, right?
Belly to earth, you hit about 170, 180 kilometers an hour.
Head down?
Head up, you'll go about 200 plus 300. Head down, you can go 300 to about 400.
Okay, so like that's still better.
Not really.
Okay.
After a while, you'll hit a plateau stage in belly.
Okay.
But it will not be as hard as head up and head down.
Okay.
It's literally just balancing on nothing.
Okay.
So you just imagine standing, you're a diver. Inside water, you try to stand straight, right? It's very hard, right? Because you got no support, no nothing. If you are going to stand there,
True.
it's the same feeling. But in the air, you're deflecting wind, right? Just to control yourself to go up. Then as you fly faster, you have to fly strong and rigid. But at the same time, right, you have to be relaxed. You have to be free.
So is there any criteria? Is there any like, do you need a very strong body or you need to be very, any criteria for your body condition for diving or skydiving?
Usually, if you have a dislocated shoulder before, right, we will never let you skydive.
Oh, is it? But you have problems with your leg there?
Yeah, but I got no issue with my shoulder.
So why only shoulder but not legs?
Because if you dislocated your shoulder, if you dislocated your right shoulder, you cannot deploy your parachute. You will never reach behind. Right?
Oh, okay, because you need to reach behind.
Then even if you can punch your reserve is on your chest. So you punch out, how are you gonna steer?
So you still need strength on your so-called your arm to kind of steer for you lah. So you cannot have a dislocated shoulder so that you will not be having any problems steering. I see.
Steering, landing, and a lot of things. Then if you cannot control one of your arm, you'll keep spinning. Then that is if you are beginner. If you are more advanced, right, you can literally don't use your hand. You can use your legs and everything just to control everything.
Okay.
Then flat spin will cause you to just black out. Then if fire a reserve, you also cannot land.
What is flat spin?
Means you're on your belly but you're spinning around, but out of control.
Oh, is there
It's
like?
quite common thing.
Oh, is it? But why do people? How do they actually come up to become spinning like that?
Once you learn how to fly more advanced, right, you'll be using your legs more than your hand because your hand is to control to reach out to grab people and stuff. So you use your legs. Then some people, their leg doesn't listen to them. So some people just knees up, one knees up. They got no idea. So you keep correcting them.
Okay,
Then if they keep spinning out of control, you have to hold them. Just keep them stable.
Okay. Okay for skydive for leisure like scuba diving, we do have rescue course. Before we go to instructor or dive master, etc. So our rescue course is quite simple because we are dealing with people in the water. So we we can see the symptoms and then we know how to rescue them. Do you have such rescue course in skydiving as well?
it's not really a rescue course, but it's based on your skill. So, as an instructor, there's a height that we call a hard deck, which is 2,000 feet. If by 2,000 feet I cannot save my student, right? Here kicks in the moral compass already. It's either you let your student go past there, or you save yourself. And on the course, everyone asks you to save yourself. They rather have one injured than two.
Yeah.
So from deployment height to 2,000, right? That's when your skill kicks in already. How fast can you react to get to your student?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Something, yeah.
Yeah, and
Have you come across this?
on my first jump as an instructor, it was a scary one. Because by 5,000 feet, the student did not deploy. And as a jump master too, I'm on the left side of the student. The deployment is on the right side. So jump master one will have to pull for the student. But that student is fighting with the jump master and not letting him pull.
Why?
And I have to keep both of them stable. Then I see my altimeter, I'm getting like past 2,000 already. Finally, we deploy him. I deploy, I'm at 1,200 feet. No, I deployed at 1,200 feet. By the time my canopy opens, which is about another 300-400 feet,
Yeah, 900.
I did a left turn and a left turn and I left the ground.
Ouch! Wow, that's that's very fast.
Then the chief instructor came over and was like, why did you deploy so low? He's like, what can I do? There's nothing I can do. I can only hold them. I can't reach around to reach the pilot chute. So the only jump master can. Then chief instructor went to the jump master. Jump master was saying, the student has been fighting with me. I'm trying to pull, he's pushing me back. I'm trying to pull, he's pushing me back.
So, did the student give a reason why he was like pushing it and that kind of stuff? Why is he fighting? I mean,
He thought the instructor is testing him.
testing him, okay.
There's a lot of time though.
Yeah, man. So these students are actually like they also will want to be like a certified skydiver in a
Yeah.
sense. Okay. So to become a student or to be do you need to have a certain number of jump first before you become a student? I doubt. I bet so, because the thing is, if not,
Student, to get your A license, APF, which I'm more familiar with, you got to pass 9 stages. Then from there you have to do 15 accurate landing before we assign you off to get your A license.
okay.
So total clock in you'll get about 25 jumps on there. You get A license, but you get your A license, that's only allowing you to jump by yourself.
Okay.
Means doing solo jump.
Okay.
We will always recommend students not, once you get your A license, go straight for your B license, so you can jump with people. Then why we don't let you jump on your own? Because like I mentioned earlier, you will always develop bad habit if you are jumping alone, because you got no idea if you are backsliding or not. No one's going to correct you.
Okay, okay.
Then if that becomes a habit, right? When you want to learn new skill, it's very hard to keep.
So do you see that actually this hobby, more people will join this hobby too?
Yeah, it's non-stop growing, and people are leaving, stopping stuff. Then they'll come back in a couple of years again. It's always like that.
It seems very fun, but because Singapore don't have such thing, we only have the iSky, is it?
iFly is technically, okay, for non-skydivers, you think iFly is just fixed skydiving. For skydivers, that's the best training ground ever.
Is a training ground. Okay.
So, if you can fly really well in iFly, once you go up to the sky, right, it's a direct convert. So, you can think it's about the same thing. Right?
But Singapore one is very expensive.
Very expensive. I don't get it.
Okay. So last question, I just want to, what do you get from skydiving? Like, every time you jump, anything that kind of benefit you?
Most people who love skydiving, right, it's not only because they love flying. It's because of the community. It's a
Mm.
very tight-knit group. I've met people from all walks of life, from doctors to lawyers to janitors, everyone who jumps, right?
Mm.
They're all brothers and sisters. And I've met celebrities, jumpers and everything also. They don't care who you are, as long as you jump out of the plane, you're my brother.
Alright,
And-
nice.
It's like, in skydiving, there's events called boogies,
Boogies.
B-O-O-G-I-E-S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, if you go to boogie, right, you'll meet people from all over the world. Then if you're a good flyer, you'll be invited as a special coach. Or you just go there and just for the fun only.
Mm.
Then from there, I met celebrities, jumper. Then slowly it linked up. I also met,
Oh.
he's a prince, and because we fly together, right, there's no such thing as like a hierarchy thingy, like I'm better than you or what. You just sit together and just have fun and
Yeah.
everything.
It's
Then-
nice.
And what attracted me to stick in skydiving for so long, right, is the first week when I went to learn how to skydive. It was a bad weather week. I can't jump. Then my classmate, everyone went into the city, this and that, meet up with friend, and I'm alone on the drop zone because I couldn't get any accommodation in Melbourne at that
Okay.
time. Then I met this dude like half an hour, and he's like, "What are you doing here alone? I'm not going into the city." I'm like, "Well, I can't get any accommodation. Here's my house key. Just take it."
Wow.
And I asked him if he's sure. He's like, "Yeah, I won't be around, so you can just use it." I only met him for 30 minutes. He gave me his
Nice
house
people,
key.
I mean,
Then that's
he
one.
doesn't look like a bad guy.
Yeah, but in Singapore, you'll never do that. Right?
Well, yes and no.
Then the community is so tight knit, right? That if I need help getting something from somewhere, right? If people are coming to the drop zone that will go past there, they'll just take it for you on behalf. Then the payment to them is just a beer, and that's it. Or if I need a lift out to the city, they'll come and pick me up and just go. Then they help them. Then if I go to other country, I need somewhere to stay, can't find any place, give them a bus, or they'll introduce each other. Then they'll just offer you a couch and stuff.
Okay, not bad. Not a bad idea. I think it's quite cool, eh? I think it's quite cool.
It's like throughout my whole career in being an instructor, right? I've taught German students, I've taught Swedish, I've taught Finland everywhere. Everyone's like, "Bro, if you're coming over, just give me a bus. I'll hook you up."
Oh, cool. That's so cool.
So
Oh
literally,
my
I can go anywhere and still get
Yeah.
someone there.
I think it's always nice to know people from each and everywhere. I think even though like scuba diving, when we do traveling out for diving, we got to know each other as scuba divers, and
Yeah.
then they from anywhere overseas. You know, we have friends in Chile and in US, in Portugal, and all these places. They were like, "Oh, hey, anytime, you know, come join us." I
Yeah,
think
that's big.
that's how a lot of this kind of non-conventional hobbies actually bring us to somewhere.
It's the same thing. It's like I've been living in Sydney skydiving for quite a while. Back then, when I was an intern, I couldn't afford a caravan. I couldn't afford this, couldn't afford that, right? Then there's a few caravan in my drop zone that has been left there for years and left untouched. So I just asked around, who does it belong to? Can I like maybe buy over from that person to use it as maybe in installment or stuff? Turns out they're like, I just break the lock, I just use it. It's yours.
Really?
Yeah. But when you leave, just clean it up. So pass it to the next guy. That's how everyone is.
Wow. But that's very cool. Anyway, thanks for your time.
You want to watch more videos? Go to my Instagram, Aki95. Then just
Aki95.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
So
you can call me Aki also. Then
my name is Yuki.
yeah, Aki meet Yuki.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think if the audience have any questions, feel free to drop us an email, or you can just drop us a comment. Aki will actually reply to you. I'll get Aki to reply you anyway.
Skydiving is not as expensive as you think it is.
Think about it. Next time, see you again. Bye bye.